Hi, I recently made a video on TaylorTheFiend, and I wanted to do another, but I thought, I feel like I just talked about him. I don't want to beat a dead horse, Maybe I should wait a little longer. But then, I scrolled through his uploads and realized that every single video is on women and how crazy they are. So I thought, hey, if Taylor can make a career out of dissecting women on TikTok every day of the week, I can make as many videos on this guy as I want. So here we are again. For those of you who are new to the channel, Taylor is a man in his late 30s that dedicates hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of time dedicated to making videos on how crazy women are. MGTOW was supposed to be like anti-feminism, but somehow manages to never talk about their actual gripes with feminism, and instead talk about crazy woman on TikTok says there's no good men left. Women over 40 need to lower their expectations. Men are hard workers and have too many expectations on them. Being a man is like being oppressed.
Then again, cisgendered male, we are always expendable.
Basically, it's 100 hours of boo-hoo, no bitches. Alright, so I don't have a whole lot of time this week, so we're only going to be looking at one of Taylor's videos, but don't worry. There's plenty to be said about this one video alone, so let's just jump into it. Oh man, I gotta stop doing that.
Hi, so I've never met a guy who has like dark hair and like nice eyes and a nice smile and likes anime and will watch anime with me and like maybe even cosplay with me and like will teach me how to play video games. Like I can play some games like casual games, but like they won't call me a casual gamer, but they'll teach me how to play other games and not like in a judgmental way. Yeah, I've never met a guy like this, and like I'm tired of dating apps, and I would like I'm gonna use TikTok. So if they're over there, please tag me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
It really is always about what some girl said on TikTok. As someone who makes videos on MGTOWs, believe me when I say that the formula for these videos goes like, okay, girl says something on TikTok, I disagree with girl, then spend 10 minutes explaining how ridiculous girls are based off of this one person alone.
All right, man, don't be believing this stuff. They're trying to rope in guys who will take care of them, who will spend money on them, and these girls are not interested in having a relationship with those men at all.
Unless a girl says she wants a tall, muscular dude with money and a nice car, MGTOWs will not believe them in the slightest. But this girl, she put it all out there. She was like, I want a guy with nice hair, a nice smile, nice eyes, who will cosplay and play video games with me. She's laid out exactly what she wants, but Taylor disagrees. He's like, no, wrong. That's not what you want at all. I know you're saying that's what you want, but you don't really want that. I know best. I think I said this in my last red pilled video, but I want to say it again. Guys, you can look however you want. You don't need a six-pack to attract people. MGTOWs have done a really good job at making it seem like that's all women want, but why would you take advice on what women want from a man? Especially one who makes videos on how bitter he is about what women actually want every day. I don't know, it just seems counterproductive. Anyway.
It's straight up lies, and the really sad part about it is, guys, is that when you look at a face like this, you're like, oh, look, she must be telling the truth. She seems so genuine. It's manipulation, guys. Like, everything about this video is straight up manipulation, right?
Taylor has definitely listened to Juice WRLD after a breakup. I mean, what does she have to gain by manipulating people on TikTok? You could make the argument that she's playing cute to build an audience, but that's not exactly a bad thing to do. And that's also not what Taylor is implying here, so that argument is out the window. See, when I see this face, I don't see truth teller or manipulator. I see e-girl.
Look, let me just pause it. She's dressed up. She's made herself look, the way she wants to be. She's got a collar on. Okay, she's trying to look appeasing to dudes, right? To try and rope them in.
I love how the idea of, oh, maybe she just wants to look presentable, never crossed his mind. For people like me and Taylor who use a drawn persona, it's really easy. I just gotta sit here and talk. But for this girl and any YouTuber who's on camera, there's like 100 things they've got to worry about. Like, do you guys remember that Japanese girl who was tracked by a stalker based on the reflection of her room in her eyeball? It's really fucked up, but it's worth researching because of how crazy that story is. That goes to show you that your appearance on camera is worth working on. Like, if I'm gonna be on camera for thousands of people to see, you better fucking believe I'm gonna get all dolled up and look as appealing as possible, okay?
And look at this, her only requisite, let's go back to the start of the video. She's never met a guy who has dark hair and nice eyes and a nice smile. Gentlemen, that is just absolute BS. Okay, and guys will read this and they'll think that these are actually the things that she wants. Yeah, she maybe wants these things, but guys, like, she's looking for way more than that. These criteria Easy to satisfy.
Again, so here she is laying out what she wants, but Taylor is so smart that he knows she doesn't know what she actually wants. I mean, think of it, he's so pressed that she wants these 4 little things, right? Imagine how pissed off he would be if she described the type of person that he thinks she actually wants. It really is like a constant uphill battle for these guys.
Right? This is something that's super manipulative that, you know, girls will often do is what a lot of them will do is kind of use your hobbies and your interest in helping against you. It's like, so what they'll do is like they'll create a problem and they'll say, "Oh, I'm just looking for a guy to come along and fix it." And you think to yourself, "Oh, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to fix it." And you fix it for her and she goes, "Oh, thank you." And what she's doing is she's doing that so that you can be emotionally invested. She wants you to be invested in her.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Taylor, where the fuck did all that come from? She said she wants to play video games. Where did all this talk about men needing to feel wanted come from? This is something that MGTOWs do, and it never fails to make me laugh. They'll show a clip of something a woman said, and they'll use that to push all these ideas in your face, and come to their own conclusion when in reality, none of what they said is relevant to the clips they've shown. I really didn't need to show that Billy Madison clip in its entirety, but that really sums up how I feel about these guys just so well. So since this is a MGTOW video, you and I both know that there's gonna be multiple TikToks and plenty of hot takes that nobody asked for. Like, would you believe me if I told you we already skipped over another TikTok at the start of this video? But let's keep this moving and head to the next TikTok.
I always get those videos on my For You page that are like, I've pulled every guy I've ever wanted, I shouldn't be sad, why am I insecure, I can pull any guy that I want. And I'm like, yeah, I used to feel that way too, up until about like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. After I reflected and realized that we should all cohesively stop saying these phrases, because it's literally embarrassing. It's so embarrassing to be like, I can pull any guy that I want. Like, of course you can.
Okay, he paused the video here, so I'm going to use this as a chance to say that I wholeheartedly agree with what this person is saying. It is so easy to pull guys because they're really easy to please. Trust me, I would know, I am one. And if you don't believe me, take it on the expert of single straight men, the legendary Think Before You Sleep.
The top things that attract men are face, boobs, waist size, and ass. Not confidence.
And you know, I think it's really trashy to brag about your sex life regardless of what gender you are. And I really thought Taylor would react positively to this one, like, yeah guys, this female here actually got it right. But I guess agreeing with women is just too big of a pill to swallow.
It's time for the pill!
Oh, barnacles, I hate the pill.
Men are easy. They're literally easy. Of course you've pulled every guy you've ever wanted. Men are easy. We need to stop treating pulling men as a flex.
She says that men are easy, right? But dude, I would be willing to put money on the fact that this lady has been, you know, sitting there crying on her bed sheets early hours of the morning because she couldn't necessarily get a guy to commit to her. The guy that she really wanted, he wouldn't commit.
Yeah, I'll put money on the fact that this guy couldn't get a girl to commit. Taylor, I'll guarantee you've done the same thing multiple times in your life. Saying shit like, I bet you cried over your failed relationships, is hardly even an insult because that really is just part of life. Like, imagine if somebody was trying to shit talk me, right? And I go, oh yeah? Well, I bet you fell off your bike as a kid and cried. How about that, bitch? Well, I mean, yeah, I did. What? And I bet one of your parents came by to make sure you were all right afterwards, little pussy bitch.
Girls, what they do is they put their self-value on other people's perception of them. That's why they change everything about themselves. They can say, oh yeah, I put my makeup on for myself. I put my, you know, I dress up because I want to feel nice. It's BS. It's so they can get validation from other people. They feed off of validation, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's how people think. In society, other people's perception of you is huge. If everyone thought you were a creep, you probably wouldn't like it too much. So you change your appearance as best as you can to stop that from happening. Well, that's not how I think. I don't care about how people perceive me. That's great. And hilariously, there are other people exactly like that, including women. You know, I'm not a girl, but I care about my appearance. I care about looking good. I care about being hygienic. Does that make me a girl? Shit, does that make me a girl? Because
if we keep treating it as a flex, they're gonna start thinking they're a flex. And their egos are already like so massive, so we can't have that.
Oh fuck. Girl, I love the girl boss energy, but oh god. You've essentially just awoken an army of bloodthirsty goblins.
And I don't laugh to be rude to the girls, guys. Like, it's just funny to see them all collectively go through the same problem and all look at each other like, oh, what the hell? We've got no idea what's going on. It must be the men, right?
Gee, Taylor, doesn't that sound dumb as shit? It's not like there's a group of men doing the exact same thing by the fucking truckload. I feel like the longer I go on making these videos, and rest assured, I will keep making these videos, we'll begin to see more and more of these guys contradicting themselves and confusing everyone as to what these guys actually want. My goal here isn't to say MGTOWs are fucking stupid. It's more to show the hypocrisy and borderline misogyny within these videos. And just so we're crystal clear, because I know we're gonna get like a wave of comments, I'm not calling Taylor a misogynist. I'm just saying it is not normal to talk about single mothers as often as these men do. Next, Taylor is going to read some breakup stories off of Reddit because stories someone wrote on Reddit is the best place to get a better understanding of relationships. I'm going to skip ahead a bit, but basically, this guy's girlfriend is still friends with her ex-boyfriend, and Taylor thinks that's a huge no-no because, obviously.
Like, if you're a guy, particularly if you're a single, raised by a single mother or something like that, or you're raised in like kind of like a broken family where maybe you got a stepdad or something like that, you're going to be more at risk of these types of situations, right? Because you're going to be brought up with the idea that, hey, girls can do no wrong, you know, say this and this to get into good books. Girls really appreciate when men put in effort, and you're going to grow up with all those kind of ideas.
You gotta make a statement! You gotta look inside yourself and say, what am I willing to put up with today? Not fucking this!
All right, I'm fucking done. I'm done. All right. From here on out, every MGTOW video I have is gonna have a checklist. We're gonna have all this fun stuff on here, like single moms, post wall. We're gonna have all this shit that MGTOWs sing to the heavens about, and you're gonna be able to sit at home and take shots when we cross something out. And if you turn this into a drinking game, you are going to die from alcohol poisoning very soon.
You know, most people commit suicide are men. Most people who work in dangerous workplaces are men. Most people who fight in war are men.
And who set that system up?
Men.
Anyways, he's not reacting to TikToks at the moment. He's moved on to stories about breakups on Reddit, where guys are like the victim in the scenario because it's Reddit, so of course they are. I think it's hilarious that he's reading about some guy who went through this really shitty breakup, and his brain goes, yeah, this is all because of single moms, obviously. I really want to know why these guys always focus on single mothers, rather than the men who've left their wife and child behind. Mick does seem to believe that if a woman is single, as well as a mother, it's 100% their fault. Whether it be for poor judgment or inability to marry a man who really cares about her. You know, it's not like people can just lie about that.
Right? Because a lot of men don't really get it until something really bad happens, right? They don't really get what we're saying over here on this channel. The purpose of this channel is not actually to put people down, guys. Like, believe it or not.
Well, that's weird because all of your most recent videos are strictly about women making mistakes. There's no videos on how to be a better man, how to better yourself as a person. Nope. It's all about how dumb and manipulative women are. I got a lot of comments telling me how Taylor is actually a really nice guy, and I really worry about their definition of a nice guy. I don't consider myself a nice guy. I'm more of a chaotic neutral type of guy, honestly. But I don't think a nice guy would spend months and months of his life explaining how crazy he thinks women are. And let's go back to his first line. Most men don't get it until something really bad happens. I gotta work on my accents. Anyway, this line tells me that Taylor probably didn't think like this until he was hurt by someone he loved, and that sucks. I'm sorry for the guy, but I know plenty of people who've been through a really painful, messy breakup, and none of them became red-pilled afterwards. I forget which anime or superhero movie I heard this from, but basically, you can choose to be hurt and stay angry about it like these MGTOW dudes, or you can forgive and forget and move on with your life like a normal, healthy individual. It might have been Peter Parker who said that shit about MGTOWs, but I can't be sure.
Guys, this whole chasing girls to help fix their problems, I'm telling you, man, don't do it. And the reason why is because a lot of times they're just going to perceive you as weak. They're going to be like, oh, look what I got him to do. Right? I can get him to clean the gutters and do X, Y, Z if I put on a little bit of a sad face. What a weak dude. You know what? Like, if girls can manipulate you that easily, they lose respect so easily.
Wait, so Taylor is saying that there are guys who get into relationships with girls in the hopes of fixing them. That's so weird because I could swear that some other guys said that men don't think like this at all.
Men don't think like this. Women think like this. Women are the ones who try to fix people, not men.
And this is really why I don't think MGTOWs have a philosophy like they always say. I really think it comes down to, well, this woman is saying something I don't like, and I'm gonna disagree with her on everything. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with someone on their opinion. But my point here is that I think MGTOWs just want to disagree with women to feel superior. That would explain why we see all these MGTOW videos dissecting what women said, rather than what a man said, for example. Anyways, the rest of this video is more or less the same. Reading through some random guy on Reddit's personal story, and just kind of taking his word for it that he isn't lying about anything. Because taking people at face value is just what MGTOW is all about, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and cut things off here for now. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be my 20th video so far, and at the time of writing this script, it's been exactly 6 months since my first upload, so let me take this chance to say thank you so much for 200 subscribers. This is still a really small channel, but it's doing far better than I expected it'd be doing, and that's all thanks to you for coming back each week to listen to me talk about these MGTOW losers. So since I've been doing this for 6 months straight, I'm gonna go ahead and take a small 2-week break, but don't worry, I've got some stuff planned for when I come back, so we'll hit the ground running as soon as I get back. And with that, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. It truly does mean the world to me. And I'll see you next time. Peace.